Hey, this is Basil and Will from Grayson Hobby, and today we're going to revisit the Eachine Qx70. So after about a week and a half of flying, we have determined the stock props are not that good. So we're going to show you how to remove the stock props and how to cut down the upgraded props we're going to offer in our little combo package. And we're going to show you how to do all that stuff.
All right, so we got the Qx70 here with the stock props. Ultimately, we want to get rid of these props and put new props on. But these are a little big out of the box. They're not going to fit out of the packaging. They're going to be a little big. So what we need to do is cut them down smaller. You see there the difference in cut down. So this is going to be how to cut them real quick. We're going to cut them down and then we're going to take these off and then we're going to mount them and get flying, okay? Did a couple different experiments here. I tried cutting down, Inductrix is popular mod to cut down the 4-blade to 2-blade to see if you can get the RPMs up for more power. Horrible. Didn't even take off the ground with 2 blades. These props don't do enough power. We are going to stick with this 3-blade mod, okay? So here we go. This is the 3-blade mod. You got it going here. First thing we do, get either a compass or a digital caliper. I'm using the caliper for the sharp edges. If you have a compass, you can measure out 19 millimeters. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the prop here and we're gonna get in the center of the hole here, take 19 millimeters, and we're gonna score across the prop. I don't know if you can see that there, but basically I'm getting a nice little arced line and we're gonna score all the blades of the prop. You gotta be careful with these props because they're not the strongest thing in the world. They're very small props. So there's that right there. So we're gonna score all these props and we're gonna do that with the rest of them. So we got them scored here. And the next thing to do is to take a set of awesome tools, AKA toenail clippers. And now we got our scored line. Can you focus on that? Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna go in here, go across the line. If you just put just a little bit of pressure on it, you can find where it kind of grabs it and gets in the little groove when you put a score on it. And then we're just gonna clip it. Go to the next prop, or next leaf. Go here, clip. Go to the next one, and clip. I haven't needed to balance these or anything like that. They work just like. Now, one thing to note is before you take these props off, to make sure you get the right orientation, make sure you cut these first, and then we're gonna take the props off and do it one at a time so you can match up the angle of the prop. So we definitely want to leave the stock props on and do one at a time so we don't mix anything up and put the props in the wrong order so it doesn't fly.
Right, and these are clockwise and counterclockwise props. So if you put a clockwise on a counterclockwise motor, it's never going to fly. So very important you take off and you do one at a time with a matching propeller. All right, so now we know the orientation of where they're going to go. We have the props laid out here. So we're gonna do one at a time here. Using the little Eachine tool, I'm gonna start in the front left corner just because that's where I want to. I'm gonna push the motor up just a hair. Now we got the motor up. Kind of hold the sides, kind of brace it right there, and then take the thing and then just pull up on it and pops the prop off. That way you don't bend the shaft pulling straight up. Now we're gonna take the first prop and put it in its place, just slight. Remember, before you go on to the second,
yes, do one at a time.
Install this before you remove those.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't want to push it all the way down because then you'll hit the duct, and you want to make sure if you blow on the prop, it won't hit anywhere. So now we know it's good. We have plenty of clearances. I believe this is 18.5 millimeters per prop to get this clearance on this one. So we're gonna go to the second one here. Again, I'm gonna hold it, and then I'm just gonna pop up on it. There goes the prop. All right, down here, and line it up. Slowly press down. Good. Go to the next one. Pop it up. And then put it on here. Yep, that one's good. And here.
Oh, that one's on good. Okay, there we go.
That one went flying.
Yeah, that one was on there pretty good.
Why don't you put this one on the wrong? That way people can see how it looks when it's on wrong.
Put the prop on wrong?
Yeah,
well, you don't.
Down.
Yeah, you don't want to put the prop upside down. See how it's you have a concave curve on this. You want the nice rounded edge towards the top. If you put it on upside down, one, you can see the hole doesn't look right. But you don't want to put the prop on upside down because then it's not going to fly.
What happens if it's like stuck, like you just were preventing earlier?
The prop?
Yeah, show us that.
All right. So you got to be really careful you don't push too far, because if you push too far, it's going to be really hard to get under there and lift the prop up. So this one right here, we're going to push it down all the way. And now that's bottom up against the motor. One, it's going to rub the motor, and it's also, you can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like something in the spokes of a bicycle kind of thing.
So, okay. So how do you fix again?
So basically on that one, if that happens, you're going to want to push the motor up from the bottom side and lift it up here, which you could just push it up and take it out of the ducts, but again, you don't want it rubbing on the bushing of the motor. So you're going to have to use the little tool, pop it off.
And it goes flying.
And then go again. We're going to push it here.
Now that's what not to do. This is how to do it
now,
the correct way.
Let me get this motor out all the way and I can show you. So when you put the prop on, this is pulled out so you can see it, but you don't want to bury it all the way down. You want to go most of the way down and the prop will stop. They hold on pretty tight. Being in the ducts, they're not going to get knocked off as easy. So you just want a little bit of a gap so the motor can free spin in there, and then the motor is in there. And that's all there is to it. Now you got the props on. Now you're ready for a QX70 that flies good. All right, so now we got our props on, got rid of the stock props, and we have a QX70 that's gonna have a lot more power to it, fly really good, similar to the other QX series. The only other further mod from here that I'd recommend, if you can get your hands on a 400 or less milliamp battery, 300 to 400 milliamp, gives you about a 3-minute flight to 4-minute flight, and it's gonna fly even more power to it, more power to weight ratio, so it's gonna be very peppy at that point with a lighter battery as well. That's the two mods we recommend. Out of the box, definitely do the props. Optional is the battery if you even want even more performance.
All right, well that's about it for the QX70. The links are below with the quad and the props. All you gotta do is cut them down. We have a little package bundle, and also has a link to the batteries that we're gonna offer. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe and comment below if you have any questions. And do you have anything to add?
Nope, that's it.